Good morning, everyone. It's April 13th, 2018. I'm Eric. How's everyone doing this morning? I hope you're well. Haven't been on much over the last few days for a variety of reasons, but the most important is for the third time in 7 years, we've almost lost my son. And it's very taxing on a person's mind when they're a parent, at least a decent one, and their kid continues to get sick because of fucking pollen or some other trigger. That's very, very frustrating. Now we have a medical bill that's going to be well over $100,000, and it's going to be awfully difficult to come up with that much money. So, but I've been spending 90% of my time in the ICU with him. I'm doing videos before bed, if you even want to call what I've been doing sleeping. But I touched on this here in my video I just uploaded. Somebody called boring. You know, that's the beautiful thing about choice. Choosing. Having the freedom to choose. If you don't like alcohol, you don't drink it, right? You don't like smoking, you don't buy cigarettes. If you don't like pot, you don't do it. If you think a TV show sucks, you don't watch it. If you like something, you engage in it. That's the whole point of free will. Although, the dude in the comment section was rather a dickhead yesterday as I walked into the hospital. I shot a short video talking about how YouTube was, once again, even with only, 33 subs, censoring me. I mean, they took down one of my videos, we must destroy the system, or we need to destroy the system. I mean, meanwhile, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, baby killers, these kinds of people, they have an open and free platform to say and make any kind of threat they wish. But here in South Carolina, apparently, USC, University of South Carolina, there's been a... Now what the fuck? Where'd that go? There's been a bit of a controversy, as they put it. USC sparks controversy with Dismantle Whiteness and Misogyny mural on campus, and this is a huge fucking mural. See, my problem with this is, damn it, what does that exactly mean? What does that entail? I mean, dismantle sounds violent to me. You're ripping it apart, right? But a white person and they put up a sign that says, simply, it's okay to be white. Well, fuck, man, the world has ended. The pitchforks and the torches are coming out. So, oh, I guess it is the University of Southern California. I am glad that it was not USC, as in University of South Carolina. Not a whole lot goes on here, where I live, at least, between black people and white people. We more or less get along here. I'm sure we have our problems, you know, going to the clubs and shit like that, but overall, the black-white relationship where I live is fairly decent. And I think a lot of that has to do with the family values that a lot of these people had. Now, the younger generation, I don't know, like 30 and below, they're the ones who are turning into crybabies and talking about reparations and all this. But I think reparations have been paid. I mean, if you look at the total number of whites versus the total number of blacks, and then you take into account per capita stuff, yes, white people, there are more white people on welfare, but that's because there's a lot more white people. Yes, white people commit crimes, but mostly they're non-violent crimes, such as smoking, maybe selling marijuana, simple thefts, this kind of thing. We represent, I think the last number I saw was like white people. It's like 65% of the total population here in the United States. Whereas the black folks, they make up about 13.5%. Yes, black people are gunned down by police needlessly. I'm the first to admit that. But, on the other hand, so are white people. And we're talking about double the amount of white people. And again, that can be chalked up to there being more white people. But the crime between black people and white people on each other, there's just no comparison. Black people, or black males in particular, they commit the vast majority of violent crime, and this includes assaults, rapes, murder, armed robbery. So they want to dismantle the one thing that keeps our society fairly stable. I mean, yes, it's slid downhill undoubtedly, but we're still fairly stable. We can drive to work, we can find jobs, we can do a lot of things here. Hell, to be honest with you, if you are a criminal, if you're smart, it takes a pretty long time to get caught. And honestly, the variable is usually another person who happens to get pulled over or something else. they make police contact and get caught with a gun or not, or a drug, and then snitch on the person they got it from to get out of trouble. So even if you're a criminal in the United States, you have a pretty good chance of getting away with whatever you're doing, especially if it's not a violent deal. When you start victimizing people, then your chances of getting caught increase. But overall, if you're a pot seller or something like that, the odds really are in your favor. It's the violent stuff that I'm talking about here. I don't even consider a person having a gun without the government knowing about it a crime. I don't consider a person possessing and doing drugs a crime. You can't commit crimes against yourself. There has to be a victim. Which is why the state, when there is no victim, picks up that side, the victimhood side. And I've said in other videos, ones that have been taken down, of course, with my channel, that shit. I explained that a victimizer really can't be a victim, and that's what the state is. And they are, in large part, victimizers. They steal your money. They assault you with police officers. They steal your property through civil asset forfeiture, and so on and so forth. The violence committed by the state compared to the violence committed by black people or black males, there's no comparison. The state is far, far more violent than that of the black male. As a matter of fact, I've said many times, most of the people that I know here are black. A great deal of my clients, the great majority of them, are black. When I say clients, I mean people who I work on their cars, or I fix their computers, or I do their electrical work for them. They're damn near all black people. So I'm around black people a lot, and we get along here. So I'm glad that this Dismantle Whiteness and misogyny banner, I guess, is that what they called it? Mural, my bad, wasn't hung here. Now, when white guys did these banners, they were considered racist because the white person was standing up for them, their own kind. That doesn't say it had anything to do with hatred, these banners. Yet this New York Times article will try to convince its readers that this is racist somehow. So what do they mean by dismantle whiteness? It sounds awful violent to me. I mean, when you dismantle something, you're tearing it apart. And how do you do that? How do you dismantle whiteness? It sounds like they want to use violence against white people. whoever they are. I don't know who these people are doing this, but it does sound like they want violence against white people. I'd like to remind anyone who would like to genocide white people that we've been around for a long fucking time. Ice ages and giant wars, you name it. I don't think you really stand a chance of dismantling white people, or the white race. Not going to happen. Not realistic. You could breed us out of existence, but that would mean that the white woman would have to choose to lay down with another race, and a lot of them just won't. Same with the male. A lot of white males won't screw with black women or other races. A lot of them. Not all of them, a lot of them. Overall point here is these people can threaten to use violence against somebody. They can call them all kinds of nasty shit. Attack the family, and so on. And their YouTube accounts won't get a single fucking community guideline strike. They will be put in the trending section instead, or something like that. Now, I've began to open accounts on different video upload sites. One of them being Meta Cafe. So, if YouTube ends up kicking me off here again, I'll do another channel. But this time I'm going to have myself spread out on different platforms. Anyway, I thought I would share this with you because it's utterly a ridiculous thing that they would say dismantle whiteness and try to justify those words. Dismantle. Good luck with that. Again, it's been, for the most part, the white race, white people who have been the greatest conquerors, the best inventors, and of course we have a pretty good mix of IQ and brawn. We're not the smartest race. That title is held in the Asian races. So, but we do have a good mix of these characteristics, which has made it possible for our type to thrive. A lot of people would like you to believe that we have thrived through victimizing other people, other cultures. And maybe to some degree that is true. I mean, conquering is victimizing, but that was the way of the time. That's what was done. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that that's the way it was. So, good luck with your dismantling of whiteness. Like I said, many acts of nature, conflicts have already tried this. And it hasn't worked. And it is because we have that good mix of brain and brawn. So, be racist all you want. When you try to battle against us, you're going to lose. Even if you're physically stronger, the chances are your IQs are lower. That means we'll outsmart you. It's not just about your muscle power. It's about your brain power more so than anything. I mean, if you can manipulate 1,000 people to run off the edge of a cliff without lifting a sword, you've done your job. You've beat them. So, anyway, I thought I'd give you all another boring, monotone video. I hope you all have a good day. And remember, kill the state before the state kills you.